Hello everyone, welcome back to another Project Gladiator weekly overlook, and today I'll be covering the weather for the week of November 5th until November 12th. So starting off with our 500 millibars and our jet stream pattern for this week, um, we are expected to continue to see the trough that is kind of stalled across the northern Rocky Mountains. That is going to continue to progress eastward over the next couple of days. It is going to be much slower than what we expected last week, and it is still expected to impact the northern half of the United States, and it is still expected to bring a cold front to the northern portion of the United States, making things just a little bit more chillier, but overall it shouldn't really do all that much, and we shouldn't see a severe thunderstorm threat come out of that, but definitely some rain with that in the affected areas. But then for today, we definitely had a cold front that is impacting the Pacific Northwestern coast, leading to a severe weather threat for today that I haven't seen in a little bit of a while. So that cold front is expected to continue to progress eastward and impact the vast majority of the United States this week, and that's going to be the primary thing that we are expected to focus on this week. Um, we are expected to see a little bit of aid from the subtropical jet out of the south as well to help that cold front a little bit with some convection. Overall, our instability is going to be definitely much more on the weaker side because it is fall and we don't really have the ample heat to really support strong instability. We are expected to have the moisture, but we aren't expected to have the instability, so we may be able to get a severe thunderstorm threat on maybe 1 or 2 days, but overall we shouldn't really see all that much of a threat for severe thunderstorms. That's really going to be all that notable, and we should mostly just see rain come out of this cold. We should mainly just see rain come out of this cold front, though, and it is expected to mainly impact the southern half of the United States. You can see tons of convection, sorry, firing up along the subtropical jet and along that cold front in the southern half of the United States. So, the primary locations where we are expected to see some rain is expected to be back up towards the north in the Pacific Northwestern region, down in the southeast in that region as that cold front progresses eastward with some aid from the subtropical jet, as well as in the northern half of the United States where we could see some rain and maybe some snow with that first trough and cold front that is expected to impact the northern half of the United States. So those are the primary locations where we are expected to see some rain this week. Taking a look at our WPC Outlook, we are going to go over this for some guidance as well as timing for these fronts for this week. So for today, you can see that cold front and occluded front kind of off the coast of the Pacific Northwest that is going to be causing some severe weather along the Pacific Northwestern coast for today. However, on Monday, we should be able to see some rain showers and possibly a couple general thunderstorms. But overall, we aren't expected to see a threat for severe thunderstorms, and as that cold front is expected to continue to push inward over the next couple of hours on Monday, and on Tuesday, you can see on Monday and Tuesday, you can see that the cold front and that low pressure system racing across the northern half of the United States. And then around Wednesday, that low pressure system is expected to leave and leave behind that draped cold front that we talked about last week. And you can see that occluded front and cold front pushing into the Central Plains on Wednesday. And then furthermore on Wednesday, and into Thursday, you can see that that cold front pushing across the Central Plains into Midwest and Ohio River Valley, leading to some rain showers. And then on Friday, you can see that cold front continuing to push eastward across the Appalachian Mountains into the Atlantic Basin. And then on Saturday, you can see that cold front pushing out into the Atlantic Ocean and Gulf of Mexico, as well as Sunday, with it possibly lingering across central Florida. And that's about it as far as timing. And it does look like our WPC outlooks definitely do agree with the 500 millibars. Taking a look at our dew points, you can see that we are expected to see continuous southerly flow out of the Gulf of Mexico, which is going to be leading to continuous moisture return to the Central Plains in the rest of the United States. However, with this moisture return, we are not expected to see instability return with it, though. We are expected to see very, very weak instability, but overall not ample instability to really support a notable threat for severe thunderstorms this early on this week. Again, we may be able to see a a threat for severe thunderstorms on one of these days, but overall we aren't expected to see all that much of a threat for severe thunderstorms this far out. So that's something to keep in mind with this cold front as it progresses eastward this week. Taking a look at our temperatures, there's not really a lot that we have to go over this besides our cold front. But as you can see, that cold front, the first cold front associated with that northerly low pressure system is really only expected to make things a little bit more chillier across the northern half of the United States. But overall, across the southern half of the United States and the rest of the U.S., mainly in the central plains and southern half of the Ohio River Valley into the deep south, we are expected to see much more heat behind that cold front that impacted a couple weeks ago. So it is definitely going to be quite warm. However, with that second cold front that is expected to impact, it is expected to make things definitely more chilly across the areas that were seeing much warmer temperatures in the beginning half this week. However, for the Central Plains, things should definitely be more chilly, but should stay quite warm though, as we are expected to see not only the return of moisture with that strong southerly flow, but we are also expected to see the return of heat with that strong southerly flow as well, which is going to allow for heat to really build up across the central plains regardless of those couple of cold fronts that we are expected to see. Taking a look at our quantitative precipitation, where we are expected to see the majority of our rainfall, again, as I was mentioning, the northwestern United States as well as the southwest, you can definitely see the aid from that subtropical jet where that cold front impacts. You can definitely see the aid from that subtropical jet where we are expected to see a little bit more rainfall towards the deep south. But again, the northwest, the deep south, and then also the northern half of the United States where that other cold front that is expected to impact. Taking a look at our total snowfall and where we are expected to see the snow this week. You can see with that first cold front and that first low pressure system that does impact the northwest, you can see we are expected to see a little bit of snow for the northern half of the United States, as well as some snow back towards the west and northwest. Across the Rocky Mountains, as we like to see in the fall season. So that's about the majority of where we are expected to see our snow. Taking a look at our climatology outlooks, starting off with our temperature outlooks, and then we'll go to precipitation. You can see for a very large portion of the United States, we are expected to see above average temperatures, mainly across the northern central plains, where we could see a threat for 70% chance of temperatures being above normal, as well as Florida, where we could see temperatures that are going to be above normal as well, with a 60% chance of temperatures being above normal. And then across the New England area, we are expected to see temperatures that could be getting below average, with up to a 40% chance of temperatures being below normal from Maine into Connecticut. Now let's take a look at our precipitation climatology outlooks really quickly. You can see for much of the south and the west, we are expected to see the threat of an above average threat for precipitation. However, for the rest of the United States, for the vast majority of the United States, we are expected to see above average, or sorry, a below average threat for precipitation, and with at least a 50% chance of precipitation being below normal for the Ohio River Valley riding up into the New England area. Now that I've told you the weather, please go down to the description and check out the socials for Project Gladiator and join the Discord for any updates on Project Gladiator. And if you notice anything might have been wrong with this forecast, please tell me in the comments, or if you would like to make a suggestion, please leave a comment. I will read them. And two other channels that I highly suggest you check out are One Nation Weather and Weather Watcher for more weather content. And hopefully I will be able to see you guys tomorrow with another forecast.